Hello, welcome to our collective reading, and then I'm going to jump into psychic readings for this Sunday, Monday, 21st, 22nd of July. We've just come out of the full moon. The second stabilizing Capricorn full moon is a rare event. The full moon last night, and the previous moon were both in Capricorn. It's a rare event. We've been in this blip in time. Master Manifestor has landed through this time, and there's been some incredible shifts that we did in Master Manifestor in landing realities in this blip in time. Like I've been saying that it felt like the Mayan calendar, that was calendar and Mayan at the same time, the Mayan calendar day out of time. And this month, this last moon to moon has felt like this standstill in time, and we're seeing, if we look at, I'm not political stuff, but I'm like, look at all the political stuff crumbling, massive structural shifts, like on this Capricorn full moon of this rare event. So let me know in the comments where you're at with what have you stabilized from this moon to moon? What has shifted? How has your life dramatically changed? Like maybe it's gone 180, maybe it's a 360 and a whole new level. Like what are you implementing? Like what has changed in this last moon to moon? Because this has been a very big energy and we're witnessing it in the collective, right? Okay, so let me just share this live stream and then I'm going to jump in because I feel like I've got a million collective messages streaming in, and I'm like, oh, is it this, is it this, is it this? And I'm like, there's so much energy coming in. So I'm going to just see what I'm being guided to share for the collective message specifically. But as always, I'm just going to share this first because, yeah, hang on a moment. Okay. I'm looking very pale. I need some sun. Bring back summer, please. I feel like I'm looking pale anyway. Because I'm not living on the coast anymore. I'm missing the beach. Every winter I'd still be tanned as anything. Doesn't a tan just make you feel so much better? It's just the sun, right? I get sun out here in the hinterland, but it's hinterland, so there's not much sun. I don't know how you guys do it like in the snow countries. Oof, not for me. Hi, Grace. Hi, everybody. Donna, Drew, hello. I look fine. Oh, thank you. I think yeah. Hi, Dawn. Hi. Okay, getting there. Let me share this. I'm concentrating. Hang on. I am concentrating. Okay, one more place. Changes, grief, feeling better within yourself. Yay. Yeah, remember grief is always, like we go through grief when we let go of something. There's nothing like recharging in the sun. I know, right? I know. The sun fixes everything. Sun and sleep fixes everything. Before you do anything, how much sun have you had and how much sleep have you had? Sort that out first and your world will be better. No joke, but right? It's like sorry, just sharing this last place here. It's kind of like the medicine. It is the medicine that is required. If anything's going on, spend time in the sun. Spend time in the sun and spend time and sleeping. No joke. Then come and see if everything's okay. Yep. Even when you can't do much, like even when you can't spend time, so like the ideal amount is 2 hours. So 2 hours in the sun or in nature itself, just nature. 2 hours, like a 2 hour stint, like resets our field. Like it's a scientific fact that 2 hours in nature resets us. and then getting enough sleep, right? And then if you can't do that, the little snippets, right? Don't think that walking outside and looking at nature, at trees, looking as far as you can on the horizon, like, you know, it really does add up. All those little pieces add up. And then sunrise and sunset, even if you can't see the exact sunrise and sunset, that hour, sunrise and sunset, dawn and dusk, like all those, like the proper rays, I don't know, there's all scientific names for it, like gives you what you need. Yeah. So yeah, you'll sleep forever as you get older in the sun. Too strong. Yeah. And so it's interesting that, right? Like I always used to be in it until menopause, and I'm like, diet plays a massive effect in how the sun affects us and our skin. You know, it's not about being old, it's about diet for sure. We're taught that it's about being old, but it's not. It's diet. The food we eat. Yeah, late afternoon in the rain. Yes, it did feel good. So good gardening in the rain. People like would say stuff to me and like call me an idiot for doing it. I'm like, yeah, you can get out of my life, thanks. It makes so much sense to garden in the rain because the ground's softer and I don't know, it's like logical sense to me. Anyway, okay. So let me just bring up these comments here. And I'm just going to drop into the collective reading because as I said, like there's like, I feel like there's 50 messages streaming through about this collective message. I was like, so much information. And this is where I think we're dropping into the message now. So part of the, sorry, I got my earphone cords everywhere. Need to bring the comments up. Thank you. Part of this collective message is that there is a lot of information streaming through. There is a lot of structural change going on in your life and in the collective. Like we're witnessing that with these Capricorn moons. I believe that this last few months of, 5-6 months of 2024 is going to change the world. Something massive is happening. And it's not like, oh, this massive, like it's not from a fear-based thing, like just there's something really big shifting. And as I said, like just overnight, we've already witnessed that with the Capricorn full moon and and that's the second one of the rare event. And we're already seeing that in the collective with the election stuff. I'm not an election person, don't want to go into that conversation, but I'm like, look, like it's already there. It's almost like a side swipe. It's like, whoa, didn't see that coming. Well, we kind of did, but you know what I mean. And so it's really looking at like the structure and stability has changed in the collective. It is changing. It will keep changing. And then looking at your own, like what and how that's affecting you in your own life as well, right? Okay, so hello. I'm just dropping into this collective message because there's so many messages coming through. I can't even get one individual like message coming out about it. It's like there's so much that changes. When a structural change happens in the collective, what we're going to experience is like all the changes in our life, but also like, did we do this? Did they do that? Like what came first, the chicken or the egg? So the piece is here to focus. Don't let distractions pull you off path. Don't let anything sway you from your biggest dreams that are grounding the foundation right now. So you know how I just said the structural collective shift with these two Capricorn moons. And so what's happening here is like the collective, your life, etc. But then what's really happening is like, because this is like crucial, this is so crucial, because there's a new structure grounding in your life and the collective, it's more easy to get swayed and distracted and pulled off path than usual, okay? When we're grounding a new foundation, like for example, let me give you an example. You're like, yeah, I found my purpose and I'm so happy and I'm like sharing it with everyone and I tell my family and they're like, oh, you can't do that. This doesn't, no, you can't. I don't believe in your dreams. Like all people around you and you're like, what? And then you get swayed off path because it's like, it's new. It's like a little newborn baby. And then like, you're like, no, you can't do it that way. And like, oh, okay, I can't do it that way. You know, as an example, right? It's more easy to get knocked when the foundations are not solid. So your focus is like extra required right now. for the next 6 months. Like, don't let distractions pull you off path, right? It's like the focus. Now more than ever, it's time to protect this little bubble, protect what you're doing, or you know what I mean? And so if we look at this, so it's release rigidity. So in the right now, so this is the collective reading. There's fortitude. A few came out. So we're doing a 5-card reading today for the collective. Fortitude, release rigidity, tap your resources, forbidden fruit, apple and the Eve. Don't get distracted, right? And we are one. Yeah, that's interesting. So I don't know these cards off the top of my head because they're a new deck, so I'm going to just check in the book. So we've got We Are One. This is the final outcome card, and this is where I was really saying, and in Trust the Intuition, I'm up to filming module 5, which is all about unity. It's divine step number 5 into awakening your life purpose. 12 divine steps to awakening your life purpose. We're up to number 5, and it's unity. Everything comes together, and we are all one. Don't let the distractions knock you off like your path, right? Like more than ever. And interesting, the cycliality. Look, there's the moons. How's that? The triple goddess moons. I love that. I haven't actually seen that card. I'm pretty sure I would have seen it when I went through the whole deck to begin with, but I don't. You know when you see something and you don't see it? Jess has got those cards. They're so beautiful, right? And I noticed, oh, I think it's in here. She's got more decks. Oh yeah, and I'm like, oh, I have to get them. They got a beautiful vibe, these ones. Unity, yes. Hello, everybody. I see you joining. Hello. Okay, so this release rigidity, just want to have a look here. Valerian, the Valerian root. Here it is. It stands tall in the garden. So this is the Valerian, and there's a cat sleeping. You know what they say about cats sleeping? They're not actually sleeping. They're like watching and listening to everything. And this is where you can like stay focused. Like you stay focused and everything is happening around you. And like, just like you can stay focused and be so conscious. Like what I always say, just keep your intuitive eye on everything, right? We don't need to get pulled in. We don't need to get distracted. But we can keep our intuitive eye on everything. Yeah? Oh, Valerian is great for sleeping. That's why the cat is sleeping. Got it. Yeah, I don't know the herbs off by heart. Thank you. So thank you for that information. So this is a really important message, and I want to share what's actually written here in the book. So release rigidity. Valerian stands tall in the garden, her stem stiff to compensate for a hollow core, but don't let her upright stance fool you. Valerian dreams of being a cat. In her efforts to become more mammalian, she's evolved an animal-like oil that acts as a perfume to those with feline tendencies, while smelling like sweaty gym socks to the rest of us. Why a cat, you ask? Valerian's been watching felines and has come to the gleeful conclusion that cats are rather shameless and more content because of it. She asks you to aspire to a life free of self-flagellation and daily denegations. Valerian begs you to relax your armored body, your stiff thoughts, your rigid emotions, and then join her for a shameless afternoon nap. And it's interesting because the overlying card is the cyclicity. I never even heard that word before. And I always talk about the moons and the cycles and connecting with the cycles and stop being rigid. Like, don't get me wrong, discipline and structure is required for your life purpose. It is absolutely required for your purpose, for creating what you are, for your focus, for all of these things, for creating a new structure, for creating a structure. It is absolutely required. But the release rigidity and the cyclicity is about you. When we've got a structure and a discipline planned, we can be flowing and cyclic within that structure. It's the masculine and feminine working in perfect unity and harmony. Absolutely, right? But just because you didn't do it at 6 a.m. doesn't mean you can't do it at 6 p.m., right? It's kind of like release rigidity, know what you have to get done, stay focused, but also work within the flow, within the structure. It's like I've always said, like a house structure is the masculine, inside is the feminine. Like we see that, right? It's the creation, it's the movement, it's the making it feel like a home. Whereas the masculine structure holds the safety of that, right? So it's like creating that within your own world and in your own life. And then the future card is the tap your resources is the burdock, which is so beautiful. I really love this card. So this is in the future, and this is where it's kind of like stop, like use the focus. Like I said, don't get distracted right now. Everything's coming together, but what you're hoping for, what you're scared of, don't get distracted. The forbidden fruit, like don't let all the world stuff distract you or anything else in your life as well. So you know the birds that get matted into your dog's coat in autumn, the ones that prick your fingers and refuse to come untangled, that's burdock. She's a tireless companion, and yes, she sticks with you. Cheering you on when you're running low on self-esteem, running low on steam or self-esteem, or recovering from a lingering ailment. Can't talk this morning. Burdock's a nurturer, building you up with gentle sweetness and asking nothing in return. Her taproot runs deep. Once she sets her sights on breaking up crusty soil or shifting old habits, she's persistently relentless. She's the friend of your childhood, the one you could always count on to have your back. Trust me, she says, all will be well. And this is where, you know, when we're creating a new structure, when we're creating a new foundation, when we're about to break through, I'm pretty sure this was similar to last week's message. When you're about to break through, you will be tested the most. When you're stepping up to a new level, you will be tested the most. When you're shifting to a new vibration, you will be tested the most. When you're about to finish a project, you'll be tested the most. You'll be distracted the most. People will pull at you. All these like events will happen in your life, and you're like, really? Right? And it's testing you. It's testing you in your resolve. I've just been writing about this actually. It's very interesting. It's testing you in your resolve, and it's kind of like, are you the person that can handle what's coming? Have you, you know, what do they say? Like the bigger you're asking for, like the more you will be tested. And it's like you're not given anything you can't handle. So stay focused. The collective message is stay focused and don't let distractions pull you down at this time, like, and for the next 6 months. Like I said, I feel like the next 6 months the world's going to undergo a huge change, and it's kind of like protect what you're building, your focus, don't get distracted, you know, like now's the time, like we're running the gauntlet, like, you know, now's the time. And just creating space, creating space and allowing yourself to stay focused. It's like, yeah, it's really strong. It's really, really strong. Okay, so, and you're being tested right now. Yeah, there's a lot of people being tested. And as I wrote the other day on the post, like, you know, like the weeds are disintegrating and the true ancient blooded healers are rising. The true leaders are solid, grounded. They haven't moved. They're still here. We're still here. Right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so you passed your test. Awesome. Okay, so let's move into readings now. If you guys do not have my Life Purpose Activation Kit, what are you doing? You're missing out. There is so much in there that I've put together from 8 years of my work into one place of the exact pieces that you need to like really work and unpick your life purpose. It is the place to be if you're wanting to do this work. If you're wanting to understand what your unique purpose is, if you're wanting the tools that will help you stay focused and not get distracted by the next shiny object or the next shiny thing that's out there in the world. Like if you know you're here for something else, if you know that you're here for like what your soul is born for, and that's all you're here for, then the Life Purpose Activation Kit is for you. If you really not just believe in your dreams, but you know that it's a life that you are to live and you're living it, the Life Purpose Activation Kit is for you, because there is something to be uncovered that is not yet on the planet. And that's why you're being tested. It's like, are you really? Are you really? Are you really? I just popped the link in the comments there for you. If you're not in there, don't know why you're not yet, because it's a place. Yeah. It's a place to be. Okay. It's a place to be. I was going to say it's a place to be if you want to be like me, but that's not the case, because anyone can carbon copy a career, but your purpose is not what's on the planet yet. It's a symbiotic nature to be doing what you're uniquely called to do. Like, you're not gifted for no reason. Everybody's got psychic senses, but there's a way that you use your psychic senses that work in symbiosis for humanity to awaken and for the planet to shift. Like, these next 6 months, and I said it in 2020, that, you know, like by 2027, the world's ready for this consciousness. And I'm like, if you're not actively working on uncovering your unique purpose now, I'm like, it's like, I want to say like you're going to miss the boat in a way, like not in that way. It's just like, this is the time to be uncovering those facets within your psyche, within your mind, with like, you know, and it's like, because you wouldn't be here watching me if you're not here to create this new thread of the web that's creating this higher frequency life in so many ways, in so many facets. Whether you've already got a business or not is irrelevant to the fact that there's facets of your unique gifts that you can use to amplify what you're already doing or create something new. Because if you're already a person, if you're somebody who's already doing something great in the world, you wouldn't be here watching me if there's another facet of that to birth through. Like, it's like this, I don't know, this bubble of new consciousness that you haven't let out yet that's going to amplify what you already do, to expand that. Yeah? Yes. Yep. Life Purpose Activation Kit is where to be, Meg. Yes. So wanting to create my new higher frequency life. It's exactly what it is. Ooh, covered in goosebumps. Because your higher frequency is your soul. And we're born into this life in that pure frequency, but we're already like imprinted as we come through the birth canal. And then coming into this life and coming into like generational upbringing, imprinting, society, school training, and we're like uncovering all of that, releasing all of that to do what you're here to do. It's unique. It's unique to you. That's hilarious. I love this. Sarah says, a long time ago, I asked a psychic if it was better for me to study nutrition or Chinese medicine. She said, your purpose is cosmic. You are here to teach love and truth. Back then I was like, so nutrition? That is a prime example, right? And I love that she gave you that answer, by the way. Because it was like, I remember it so clearly. It was 2000 and, my daughter was 4, I think. So it must have been like, I don't know, 2016 or something. I don't know. It was, I think it was just before I came online, actually. So it would have been maybe 2014 or 15. And I was like, I was so drawn to acupuncture, studying traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And like when I went to do all those courses, like I just kept getting blocked after block after block. And I was like, I love it because it's understanding the human body and like so deep in all of those pieces, right? And that ancient culture. And it, as I like meditated on it, was like, no, you're here to birth a new modality, not, there's like, it's already like, there's enough acupuncturists on the planet, like nothing, no offense about it, but it's kind of like you're here to birth a new modality. It's not that. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Like any traditional sort of training that I was like trying to do after my level 2 yoga teacher training, I was just getting blocked after block after block. And I was like, fine. Exactly, right? So this is where it's kind of like, if you're here, it's something else. It's not yet on the planet. Like there's nothing wrong with going and studying yoga or traditional Chinese medicine or whatever, but if it's not flowing for you, it's kind of like it's time to step into what you're here to do and bring that through. The Life Purpose Activation Kit will help you with that. So link is in the comments there, or just comment kit and I'll send it to you. Exactly that. So nutrition? No, because the thing is we have to trust our intuition enough to bring through what our soul is bringing through. And it's not just trusting it, it's having the clarity and the connection piece with your soul that you can translate what your soul is actually even trying to tell you. So it's understanding the language of your unique intuition, because the way your intuition speaks to you is always different. Yes, we have the same muscles, just like we have noses and ears and hair and body and whatever. We have the same spiritual organs, but our language that we communicate through to our soul with us, with our human self and our soul, to translate that is unique to you, and that's a training and a skill to learn that. Life Purpose Activation Kit will teach you that. Same with Trust Intuition. If you want to go deeper into that, Trust Intuition, my main signature program in Life Purpose Legacy, that's where you'll find that. So just like we all have eyes to see, we all perceive reality different. And that's because our soul is communicating differently, and our own upbringing and lenses that we see in the world. And so it's understanding that unique language, and that's a skill. That is a skill. It's a training, all of those pieces, right? So yeah, I was going somewhere with that. Anyway, maybe it'll come back to me. Okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Drew. Yeah, the Life Purpose Activation Kit. It's jam-packed. I was like, am I putting too much in here? I was like, no, this is important. Okay, so I'll have a round of yes pleases. Let's start that. I'll pop the link in again so you guys can grab it there, or just comment kit below and I'll send it to you. Yes. So for those of you who are here for the psychic readings, I'm starting. I'm starting. So I need, if you just type in yes please, and I'll have a list of yes pleases, and then I can intuitively choose through the yes pleases. Thank you. And I will intuitively choose. You only need to pop your comment in once, and then I will read for somebody, and then we close off that round of yes pleases. And then after I finish reading for that person, then I'll ask for another yes please, and you can put in a yes please again, so we'll have another round. And I do a few rounds of these. I don't usually explain how I work, so I'm just letting you guys know. Watch out for scammers. I think they might be around. Okay. Because I started pulling these cards for somebody. It is exciting. Okay, so Kath Dix. My energy is different today. Yeah. Yep. Those of you who are in Master Manifestor understand. Something like Master Manifestor, we ran in between the Capricorn full moons. I didn't plan that. It was intuitive. I always run my courses intuitively, and Master Manifestor is called bringing your dreams to life. Like, that's what the course does. If you want to live a dream life, that's what Master Manifestor is for. That's what any of my trainings are for. Because your dream life is your unique life purpose. You want to live your dream life, you want your dreams to come true, you need to follow your unique life purpose. Archangel Chamuel always says, the more peace you feel, the more on path you are. And when you step onto the path of your unique life purpose, everything and anything you want comes into that. Every course that I run, Master Manifestor, Transcendence, layers upon more crystalline codings, unpicking, unthreading, and allowing your soul to be housed in your body to live your dream life. Thanks, Brittany. My hair's gone really long. It's thin, but it's long. I'm excited for summer to come back. Because we're past solstice. Kath, I'm going to read for you in a moment. I'm sorry, guys. You're like noticing my energy. I'm like, that was Master Manifestor. Those who are in Master Manifestor know the dreams that come true. It was epic. I know, Sarah, right? Okay. Okay, Kath, I'm reading for you. Okay, sorry guys, I'm here. I am here. I can't share details, but if you're in Master Manifestor, dreams come true. And if you want your dreams to come true, it's the Life Purpose Activation. It's your life purpose. Life Purpose Activation Kit will start you on that path. Or amplify your next level to where you are. So just comment kit if you'd like the details for that. Okay, for Kath, we have Resilience. This was the first card that came out. Resilience. And it's the number one card of the deck. So it's the first, like it's the start, right? It's the start. There is no, it's the start of a new cycle. And turtle is, you know, we know the story of the hare and the turtle. Hi, Lena. There's no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. Now, also, the turtle in the liquid crystals is, pretty sure it's moonstone. Moonstone. So silver is the crone, moonstone's the mother, pearl is the maiden, So the mother. So this is a triple goddess. Maiden, trust intuition, mother, crone. This is a trust intuition tattoo, guys. So if you enter into my inner circle and trust intuition, this is the trust intuition tattoo. It's a tribe tattoo. You don't have to get it, okay? But somebody once asked me, what's the tribe tattoo, Hannah, for trust intuition? I'm like, I don't know. And then that came through. So the turtle is moonstone in the liquid crystals. It's the mother. So this is the mother. Very connected to Isis. Isis came through really strongly in the full moon ceremony last night. Isis energy. New cycle. Kath, I want to say, I feel like you need to hear that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. It's going to be more than okay. I want to say your work right now is to meditate more, to be still more, to meditate more. Take note. Your answers being given to you, quietening external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. This is like in the start of our live stream. And I was saying, focus, like the collective message, like focus, like don't let anything pull you off your path. And there's something that you're birthing here, right? This mother energy, like it even looks like a, I don't know what this symbol is. Isis gave it to me, it came through meditation, but it, you know, sort of like, you can see the symbol of like the pregnant mother, if you may. Don't ask me what the 2 is. I know it looks like a 2, but she came and put, it's like this way. I'm like looking on the net for like all the symbols. Anyway, you're birthing something right now. And I feel like it's like, what is it? Resilience. It's like your resilience is being tested. And it's like you need to be still more. Change direction with ease because you're going through a huge transition. You're going through a major shift. And I feel like you're questioning everything and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. And I'm like, you can, but you need to be still more. And you might be like, more? Either you've been still for a long time. You're like, I'm done with this being still stuff. Or you're so busy. You're like, I don't have time for that. I'm like, yes, you do. What's the saying? If you don't have time to meditate, meditate for an hour. It's like meditate for 20 minutes every day. If you don't have time, meditate for an hour. Oh yeah, I can do 20 minutes, right? Because we can. I'm sure you scroll for 20 minutes. I'm sure you watch Netflix for 20 minutes, whatever. You get the point. This here is like you're going through this massive shift and it's because of this, the inner desires, this overlying card. Set some intentions. You are entering into a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. And it's even like, I don't know the correct name of this shell, but it's like, you know, it's like another slow moving animal. Turtles are associated with being slow. I'm sure they can swim pretty fast, but it's like the hare and the rabbit, the rabbit and the tortoise, right? Story. And your resilience is being tested. It's like, but look at this flow here. Again, the cyclic flow, similar to the collective reading again, and change direction because it's almost like squeeze, I don't know. And then it's like, oh, okay, this way. As I talk about, wait for the hitting up against the shore of where you're going. Let the current take you. It doesn't say about going with the, like in the current and the flow, but it's really like, you know what comes to mind, like off Nemo, and they're like in the current, in that, oh, I haven't watched it for ages. And the turtles are like, yeah, mate, like, you know, it's very much that. Let the current take you because you're going somewhere, but sit more and take note. Sit more so that you can hear your soul. Sit more so that you're connected to your soul because then this happens with ease. Sit more. Sit more, especially when you don't have time. I love that part of the movie. I know, right? Yep, it's the best. Kath says, thank you. I'm totally in a major transition career-wise, particularly, and it's been hitting hard. So this is another reassuring sign. Look, I just shuffled and this just fell out again. Take note. And number 22 is the number of, I don't know where my book's gone. It's have faith. It's have faith. Everything's working out, which is what I said to you. You know, and then after I've shuffled, it's like back on task, like stay focused. Again, yeah. It says, be sure you're using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, schedule, or a project you're working on, or could use some fine tuning. Again, it's the focus message, yeah. Okay, so I have another round of yes pleases. Please pop them in. I love that was sign for you, major transition. And it's kind of like, if we even look at that, it's like, here's the flow, right? The current, the flow, the fish, you know, it's like that cycle. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So another round of yes pleases. Because the safe me wants to just revert back to the known. We do. And that's human nature. And that's why people don't chase their dreams. That's why people chase their dreams and give up. They don't go through the hard parts. Any successful person that you see has a story when it was so hard they wanted to give up and they didn't. Show me someone who hasn't. So if you're wanting to fulfill your dreams and live your dream life, the Life Purpose Activation Kit is for you, because that is where we literally bring dreams to life. And then any course that I run on top of that, Master Manifestor, for example, Transcendence coming up very soon, is like the crystalline layers, the activations, the shifts, like those pieces that work on a cellular level to bring that to life. Okay. Christina says, am I allowed to say yes, please? Yes, you are. Even though you're in the inner circle, of course you are. You're allowed to say yes, please on my live streams, 100%. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the Life Purpose Activation Kit in the comments. If you're not in there already, what are you doing? You're missing out. Or maybe you just don't want your purpose bad enough. Maybe you just don't want your dream life bad enough. That's what it more so comes down to. Okay. All right, so let's choose who this round of yes pleases is. I've got all the ocean cards here. I'll use the herbs before. Oracle of Mermaids. I was using the Whispers of the Ocean just before. Even last night in the full moon ceremony, we were using the, what is it? We were using the mermaids cards. And last night's full moon ceremony was so powerful. I say they're all powerful and they are, but last night was really, because it was like the second Capricorn moon, I was expecting it to be like strong and masculine. And then like, as I started getting ready and preparing, it was just like this soft energy came in and I was just like, whoa, wasn't expecting this. And then all this magic came through. It was really, really powerful, really powerful. Okay, so we got this round of yes pleases. Jenna Lee says, trying to find money. We will always find money for what we want to do. Absolutely. If there is something that we really want to do, we will always find the cash for it. 100%. 100%. If you like, think about it. When you really wanted something, you made it fucking happen. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. It was super yummy, Lena. Super yummy. Okay. Going to see who this reading spread is for. Okay. Margaret Harley. Harley? Margaret Harley. Is Margaret Harley still here? The moon was really strong and pretty. The turtle uses the underwater current like a portal. There's so many portals everywhere, right? Yeah. All right, so just checking if Margaret's here. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is really interesting. We've got shedding the old from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. So shedding the old skin. There is a change coming your way. cultivate a sense of adventure, and you'll be able to see these new prospects. Everything's happening. I feel like you're already in that, because the overlying card from this deck is also the energy field adjustment, aura cleansing and health. Like there's a big transition, which, you know, right on point with the collective. Again, I shuffled all of that, changed direction with ease. It's still there. So I pulled these 2 cards first, and then I pulled this big deck, and I want it like, okay. Crane bag, you're sorting, so this is the past. You're sorting out the stuff. You're like, this doesn't work for me anymore. You know, if we think of a crane bag and it's like clearing the clutter, right? Sacred ocean medicine, clearing, declutter, clutter, declutter, choice. Like you're pulling, it's like the Mary Poppins bag, but you're just like, I don't need this anymore. Like just in your entire life, right? Crane bag represents like you're going through like your whole aura, energy alignment, physical stuff, relationship, everything's getting a makeover, a do-over. You're checking everything, right? You're just like, this is not in alignment anymore. Because your soul is calling you to the forefront, the song of the siren, the call, the summoning, the voice to acknowledge. Like it's like you're hearing and listening to your soul, right? And it's like, this is becoming stronger than all this shit that's been sitting there, and you're just like, oh, it's no anymore. Like you're not letting people pull on your energy anymore. You're just like, I'm done. You know, it's like, I'm no more. No. Now, what's interesting coming up is that experiments, I know this looks like a scary card. It kind of is in a way. Manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. The actual meaning in this card is referring to the experiments that are still going on, like animal testing and stuff, but that stems from like the blood bank stuff, all those things today, traveling back to the Atlantean times when they started fucking around with their DNA and making half animal, half human shit, and like all of that. That's the depth of what this is referring to. Now, over the years, I've also learned that this is when, I want to say, people are pulling on your energy. And it's interesting because I dropped a message in the intuitive channel today, which is my private group on Telegram, my broadcast channel, where I drop intuitive messages. I do readings, energy updates, whatever, in that group every single day from me, except for Sundays. And I literally dropped a message in there this morning around where the fuck do you need to take your power back? People, and somebody's pulling on your energy in particular, or a situation or event from your past that is kind of like, okay, it's done now. Now, I feel for you personally, Margaret, because it's like shedding the old, clearing out the clutter, crane bag, it's not working for me anymore. Like taking your power back, energy field adjustments. This is very sacral chakra, which is sort of where the crane bag would be, if you may. All generational stuff, patterns, blah, 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 blah. Margaret says, yes, I do, and I'm very over it and very tired. Exactly, right? This is where you're just like, oh, this is just, no. Like you're getting to a point where you've just put up with it, and you're just like, no. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you've reached the limit, okay? And so this is like deep in the threads. That full moon ceremony last night, actually, we did full psychic surgery on the Atlantean stuff. Actually, that's interesting, that came through. If you want to jump in the full moon ceremony, that ceremony would be really powerful in helping you energetically untangle from this to start physical changes, because you're at a point where you're just like, yeah, no, oh my God, look at this. In what you're hoping for and what you're scared of is the dreams. And then the final outcome card is the freedom. I just noticed them. I just pull cards that don't really look at them until I get to them. You're hoping for your dreams to come true, but you're scared of taking the action that's probably going to change your entire life because you're sick of it. You've reached your point, now done with that. And then the freedom is on top of that. That's the final outcome card. Independence, self-determination. And I want to say, like, it's safe for you to set boundaries. It's safe for you to set boundaries even if you don't know like what the outcome will be. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the thing we're most scared about setting boundaries is the confrontation that we have to face from other people most of the time, especially when we're new to setting boundaries, or just like tolerance levels, snap, done, not doing this anymore. And then we sort of sit in that for a bit, and then we get to a point where we start speaking it, and then we get to a point where our life changes. Now, people will either fight back usually, or they will rise to meet you and everything will shift in a healthy direction. Sometimes that can take a little bit of, you know, adjustment to get there. And other times they're like, yeah, this has been shit anyway. Let's do something about that. So it's up to you, obviously, to start doing that. But I feel like you're really at a point where you're about to start really setting those boundaries, changing the course of your life, etc. Yeah. And so yeah, just with that, so I'd work either with my past life meditation, which you can actually get in the Life Purpose Activation Kit. So that's why in the Life Purpose Activation Kit, I put everything you need to do all these pieces, because when we're still got all this shit entangling against us, this is the part where you're starting to break out of it to do your soul's calling, to live the life that you really want, right? And so to do that, just what I was saying, like the full moon ceremony last night would really help you with that, the process and the journey we went on, and the Atlanteans and Lemurians turned up. It was really quite fascinating what came through, to release all that psychic debris. But also you can work with my past life meditation in the Life Purpose Activation Kit, because I've literally laid out the Life Purpose Activation Kit like step by step, and all the pieces and facets that you need to do all these sort of pieces as well. So yeah, just comment kit below if you want that. Anybody who's listening, or I'll pop the link in the comments as well. If you're not in there yet, I don't know what you're doing, but this is like all the pieces and facets of the psychic pieces that you start untangling and unthreading so that you can really reclaim your power for this. Yeah, really what it is, really what it is. Okay, so Andrea says, this resonates with me. I ended 33 years yesterday with the love of my life. It was working for him, not me. I lose everything, but I gained my sanity and independence for the first time. I'm ready to move forward, whatever that means. I never know. I've never known any different. Fuck, that's huge. 33 number. And then I don't know if you were watching at the start of this live stream. Definitely rewatch the start of the collective reading if you didn't, because like on the Capricorn moons, and I said like that Capricorn moon last night, you know, in the last 12 hours or whatever, obviously we're still in the energy of it, but if we look at the political stage, like what's already shifted, like boom, like we knew it was coming, but also like the timing, I'm like, ugh, point of structural change, like hello, you know, it's like proof is in the pudding, right? So these energies really do play into effect and affect us and all of those pieces. So I have another round of yes pleases now I've finished with Margaret's reading, because I'll just keep talking, and yeah, so just put in yes please, and then I'll have a list and I can intuitively choose someone from that list. Yeah, that's huge, Andrea. So you know, I would definitely, you know, think of investing if you know, like that Life Purpose Activation Kit will help you. I was only going to put like Unhook Me Workshop 1 in there, but I got the message the other day to put all 3 of the training videos from Unhook Me in Life Purpose Activation Kit, the past life meditations in there, inner child's in there, shadow work's in there, intuitive psychic development's in there, wealth activation codes are in, like everything's in there. That's why it's the Life Purpose Activation Kit, because it's like going from like Margaret, your reading was like prime example, right? We're unpacking all the generational shit, like the generational lifts in there, like everything's in there that you need to get on your purpose, to uncover your unique purpose, to de-thread from all the shit. And then when you're ready to step into the inner circle, Life Purpose Legacy is where you really take flight, right? You're so very welcome, Margaret. And yeah, that's huge, Andrea. Like that's massive, because like you're really trusting soul there, you know? When you take such a leap like that. It was Bear. I was just checking, my cat came in and I was like, is that Bear? I'm like, Bear is so significant, because Bear is about boundaries. Bear is about following your path. Bear is actually the reality awareness animal totem, the totem animal for reality awareness. If you've done any of my courses and trainings, you'll see that every course has its own animal totem that comes through for the course. So when you're in the Life Purpose Activation Kit, you'll see which animal came through for that. Carrie said, I bought the kit the other day. I'm excited to start it. Yes, definitely. I'm so excited to hear how you go with that. Okay, yes, pleases are here. Awesome. So yeah, Bear walking in at that time is very significant, because it's about protecting like protecting your own, like the boundaries. Like if we look at a bear energy, like it's really just, I'm here. It's very connected, solid, grounded, knows its path. Yeah. So bear walked in. Out of all my cats, bear. Just to like solidify that message, you know. Okay, so who is this next reading for? Okay, Sarah. Not sure how to pronounce your last name. Sarah Ackers, is it? Sarah? We love bears, we do, Karen. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah, we have here. Just checking Sarah's still here, please. I want to start reading for someone who's not here. Because you have to stay on the live stream to receive the reading. You can't say yes and jump off. And I know most of you do, but just forgot to explain that rule. Rule, requirements. Because this one was coming out too. Okay, perfect, you're here, yay. Okay, because, interesting, like the overlying card is this Mars conflict energy, which, you know, as soon as I saw it, reminded me of just the reading just before of the aura cleansing, the big orange hair. So similar, like this is Mars. So Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love, the great severing, very sacral chakra again, just like the aura cleansing one. But this is also masculine healing because of the Mars energy. I actually put 2 full moon ceremonies in the life purpose activation kit, like the replays, and one of them was forgiving the masculine too, because I was only going to put one and then I was like, that one needs to go in too. Okay, so this is, and I just pulled this out, the cannabis, this is detachment. The detachment from, it's almost like you've had to let go from the Mars stuff, from the masculine stuff, and that's why I was getting the forgiving the masculine energy coming through. But it's more, I don't know if you need to forgive the masculine, but it's more you've just sort of, you're just like, oh. And I feel like what this is for you actually is like in your own, oh, I'm covered in goosebumps to say this, your own masculine self. Bear with me while I'm trying to explain this. So when, like, I believe we have a masculine and feminine within each of us, right? And we're either more dominant in one of our energies, depending on our life experiences and where we're consciously choosing to be in our energy. Obviously, we're more dominant in one or the other. Obviously, I'm a female, so I have more feminine energy. But if my masculine self is traumatized, hurt, or vice versa, it's going to be stronger, right? We've all heard of masculinized women or all those sorts of things. So for you, Sarah, I feel like there's been this detachment of your own masculine self. And what I mean by that is like, it's like you've I don't know what the right words are, because it's not like you've let go of control of trying to be in your masculine self, of your masculine self being in control. It's like whatever's shifted and healed within you, it's just like, oh, there's been a let go where you don't have to be in that anymore. Or there's something where it's like, it's this natural detachment because of what you've been doing and working on in your life. So if we look at here, in the past card, you have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. And it's a big portal, and it's kind of like this is inner child work, for example. But whatever you've been doing has allowed this let go, or you might be experiencing it right now and just going, what is going on? Yeah, look at this. Oh, that's confirming it. So surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy. There we go. Pleasure, joy, make love to life. And it's kind of like this switch in energy has allowed, this balance, right? The masculine, the feminine, and that's where it's coming. And this double mission, I'm pretty sure I shared, I don't know, I feel like I shared about this a lot or recently or something. Future outcome card is double mission. Lightworker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Some people like us get really confused in what we're meant to do because we have a double mission and because we are like, because we have this double mission, like, we get confused about what our purpose is. Like, we know, and then there's another piece that's coming through, and we get confused because we think we're meant to do that or this, but it's actually both. And actually sharing who you are as a person is actually your mission here, because the way you are is lovable. Who you are is lovable. And I wonder if that's been knocked out of you, and that's why you've been healing and reclaiming that, or need to. And that's why this shift is happening for you, because this is who you're meant to be, and share that. And it's almost like you went into unconsciousness around it of who you are, so that you can come back to share who you really are. Does that make sense? It's pretty deep reading. That was very deep on the energetics going on inside of you, more so than external. Yeah. And see, and the bottom card of this deck is the purity, which is coming back to your innocence. Again, number one, start of a new cycle coming. It's so interesting too, because in the full moon ceremony last night, I kept getting purity of heart, purity of heart, purity of heart, purity of heart. So I was like, oh, we were doing a heart deep dive tonight, and that was so not what it was, but I was like, purity of heart. I'm like, it kind of was. So coming back to your purity of innocence to be able to share that is like the reason that this is happening, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Hi, Mel. Hello. Okay, I'll have another round of yes pleases. So that was for you, Sarah. That was a really deep inside reading. It sure does. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's like you can share you without all the distortion. You can share you of who you really are, not the distortion that imprinting created, you know? Like, yeah, that feels really potent. And as I've just shuffled again, the bottom card is the ancient memory, and this is where like your ancient self is coming back, so you can share you without the distortion. And the big picture thinking, the Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas, like, so really follow through on the ideas that you're getting and receiving now that you've shifted this, because they're right on path, and it's your path, and it's your unique path. Yeah. Okay. All right. So who is next in these yes pleases? Whew, covered in goosebumps. So who is this one for? Because it's coming through strong there. Okay, who's this for? Okay, there's two people jumping out here. Elaine and Kerry. So I'm going to read for two people at the same time because it's jumping out. So we have the scribe. Time to transcribe your life. Coming off the double mission message. It's time to transcribe your life. It's time to earth the projects. Plant the seeds. And this one, start of a new cycle, the dragon, the golden dragon. This is the fire suit. So the fire started, this is very action oriented, complete balance. Oh my goodness. It's time to transcribe your life or study, but this is more about your sharing your mission, your gifts. Like you can see the ibis, thoth. It's time to bring that into earth, not just plant seeds. I want to say, well, it is planting seeds. As I kept saying at the collective reading at the start, like, what do you want to do? Like, stay focused. Don't let anyone pull you off your path. Like dedicated focus, action focus. Just going to see what the dragon's calling through here. So I'm laughing because I'm like, Oh, look, I opened straight up, almost straight up to it. New beginnings. There's a spider on it too. So spiders are very much about the web. And this is solar plexus. Solar plexus message came through really strongly in intuitive channel this morning as well. Taking back your power. You are surrounded by so much potential at this moment. The Ace of Fire represents passion and excitement. It is a time full of energy in life. Take advantage of this moment and the power that it brings. Break tradition and offer something new. What have I been saying about your purpose? And this is where I'm like, it's time to transcribe you. It's almost like stop. I want to say stop copycatting others. It's not where I'm going. Like I want to say copycatting. Not like taking intellectual property copycatting, but when we are learning a new skill, we do that because that's how we learn, right? But it's kind of like you're past that phase now, and it's time to trust yourself now because your message needs to come out. Yeah. So, and this is for two of you at the same time, right? This is so strong, and it's like it's time to do you. Which Carrie, you're already in Life Purpose Activation Kit, and Elaine, you're in the inner circle. So, yeah, like I'm like, this is a strong message. Are you getting the message? You're already in the places now to do it. Break with tradition and offer something new. Uncertainty inspires procrastination. So coming back to, again, another message that dropped in an intuitive channel the other day. In intuitive channel, actually, well, it doesn't surprise me because I've been in Master Manifestor. There's been a lot of messages around manifesting your reality and like manifestation this week, really strongly, really potently. What did this say? So uncertainty inspires procrastination. When we are trying to manifest something that we need, like we don't really care. Uncertainty inspires procrastination. When we're trying to manifest, when we're manifesting, when we're working on what we want, when we just go for what we want, when we just do what we want, right? What is my famous saying? How about I just do whatever the fuck I want to do and see how free I can be? Like that energy pulls you in. There's pieces in the Life Purpose Activation Kit that will fucking activate you next level with those pieces. So if you want the kit, just comment kit below. Don't know why you're not in there yet. It's full of everything you need. Absolutely everything. So uncertainty inspires procrastination. When you actually just do whatever the fuck you want to do, go after what you want, not what you need, that will shift mountains. That's where the fire is lit. That's where your passion is. That's where your purpose is. Not about what you need, but what you fucking want. Your desire, your passion, your purpose. What do you want? Everyone's like, I don't know what I want. It's like, well, you don't fucking just like go after what you want. What makes you happy? I don't know what makes you happy. Find what makes you happy today. Start today. What do I want to do today? Start there. And it will lead you to the next thing. But this, right? This is like uncertainty inspires procrastination. This is a really strong message, obviously. What do you want? Go after it without judging yourself. What is it that you're here and want, right? Now you've learned the things. Now it's time to implement what you want, right? There's enough acupuncturists on the planet. Time to create your own modality. If you were joined us from the start, we talked about that. Nothing against acupuncturists. It was part of the story. If you missed it, you might have to watch the replay. It does say taking something old and making it better, which is what you can do, create a new system. New beginnings, opportunities, actively pursue your goals, take advantage of what's being offered, move beyond research and planning. That's what I just said. Enough learning, time to transcribe you. Weave your future into being, new beginnings, initiative, action, conception, invention, creation, creativity, procrastination. Procrastination only comes because you don't really fucking want it. Just do what you want and it will come in. Right? If you're finding yourself procrastinating or you're just not motivated, well, you don't really fucking want it, so don't do it. But you might need it or you might know you have to do that, but just leave it for now. Go and do what you want, and then when you go and do what you want, you step back into super flow And this comes back, your passion, your purpose, and you're like, oh, just got it done it just got sorted. Why? Because you're following what you want. Where the passion, the purpose, the fire is where you are. When you're channeling you, that's where your energy is. Planting the seeds to create the oak trees, because this is in balance now. You've done the work. Now it's time to bring you through. Can't say it any clearer than that. Fucking huge. Exactly right. Sick of my own bullshit and procrastination. Exactly. See? It's for you too. It's for you too. So go do it. If you're not sure what you want, as I said, start little. For example, for me, I'm like, don't want to do that, don't want to do that, don't want to do that. What do I want to do? My soul goes, go to the beach. I'm like, really? That's not working. But what happens at the beach? I get inspired. I feel in the sun. I'm back to myself. I'm like, then everything happens. Your soul won't make logical sense, but it's always leading you to where you want to go in the fastest route possible. Trusting your soul is the answer to everything. Not just trusting it, actioning it. And if you're not going to action it, well, don't complain. Just be happy in your own little procrastination, little cycle of shit. And if you're not happy, go and do what the fuck you want and see how free you can be. If you don't have the Life Purpose Activation Kit, that's where you want to be. If you want to go all in, the Life Purpose Legacy Inner Circle is the place to be. That's where you can join in the Inner Circle. You get all my courses, so Master Manifestor, Transcendence coming up, any course that I release, plus you've got Life Purpose Legacy trainings every fortnight. On the other fortnight, we're doing the Trust Intuition Activation Support Call, which is the group mentoring, so you can ask me any question in there. You've got access to all the tools, lifetime access to courses. The Inner Circle is if you're willing to go all in. You're like, just get me in there. Life Purpose Activation Kit is where you can start and work through it on your own. Comment kit below if you'd like the details. And thank you so much for being here. If you missed the collective reading at the start, you can rewatch that collective message. It was about focus and not getting distracted. And it's time to scribe your life and bring your purpose and your passion back, because you are needed on this planet, or you wouldn't be here at Reality Awareness and know there's something more for you. I'll see you guys really soon.